gonna be able to finish a project this big.
We'll return to Ponyville as failures. I'm bored.
Twilight could go almost anywhere and do almost anything, yet she chooses to sit here and be bored. Middlefinger Castle is oddly appropriate for a Manehattan episode.
It looks like you've been summoned to this particular neighborhood here.
Which doesn't even look like it's part of Manehattan.
This is your mission. Don't worry about me.
The only thing more mysterious than how the map picks ponies for missions is the unwritten rule saying no pony else can join them.
I just remembered something. The Sisterhood Social!
Applejack also seemed to just remember that, even though moments ago, the social was literally her last words before being summoned.
They're getting ready for the social.
Lens flare only exists during cross dissolve. Carriage suddenly appears here. Also, Rarity's animation resets. And it's a similar story for AJ. This hat vendor suddenly vanishes before making a reappearance sometime later.
Oh dear, none of these will do.
Everything here clashes with your hideous OC colors, darling. Strange horizontal line appears and follows Taxi Driver.
Good grief.
This Peanuts reference. Fun fact, 1 year and 7 months after this prophetic episode, Peanuts was acquired by DHX. The background music and animation of the flyer is a reference to the feather scene in Forrest Gump. The Sin is using clever references to disguise plot convenience. It's a good thing this random flyer is relevant to the episode, otherwise Rarity would appear very easily distracted by obnoxiously reading the whole thing out loud. Most others would discard it and carry on with the interrupted conversation.
The contact on the flyer is Palmel!
Oh, right. She's the one
Who got us in trouble with the lawyers.
If we can ever get off this street corner.
This street corner with no corner in sight.
I can't believe you found my flyer. Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
You, my dear friend, are in need of help.
Such need that we only spent the entire day sightseeing before disturbing you at 2 a.m. to have this discussion. Coco is sitting here one moment, then in the very next shot with no break in conversation, she's standing next to them. This photo, taken back in the event's heyday, indicates they could only comfortably fit 8 ponies in the audience anyway.
That's Charity Kindheart.
Charity Kindheart is the sort of name that should only come from satire. This image is clearly a Photoshop edit. Look how the grass clips into the structure.
Hey, I'm trotting here.
Hey, I'm referencing here.
Help to take over for Charity?
Just gotten a last-minute request to alter costumes for the cast of My Fair Filly.
This exchange occurs immediately after Coco praises Charity for making the event happen no matter how busy she was. Step up your game, Miss Coco Puffs.
I don't wear boots. I find they chafe my calves when I walk.
She just confirmed ponies have calves in place of cannons, thus making cannons not canon. There should probably be a sin related to Whoa Nelly here, but instead I'm going to point out how her branded merch flips from one side to the other.
Well, I know a thing or two about building and fixing things.
Unless you need something other than a barn built, that is.
All the help you need is right here.
She said, as she gestured to Applejack. AJ acts like she hadn't seen all of the other weeds until just now. Applejack's hat, a style worn by her late father, is as commonplace as it is disposable. Also, somehow she didn't feel it come off, or see it on the ground in front of her. Who's a silly pony? The stage, which mostly held up for years, falls down at this very moment because it's convenient for the plot. And because the universe hates snobby ponies, can you blame it? This statue falls during the commercial break.
We'll return to Ponyville as failures. Why must this be Applejack?
It must be Applejack because of the dreaded last roundup curse. You know, the show really went downhill ever since the background artist strike.
No, Trotter on the Roof is one of his favorites.
Instead of balancing atop a roof while playing a fiddle, they're just stomping around up there.
Sounds crazy, no?
The revival. My pop used to bring me.
How nice of them to stop the show and allow us a moment to reminisce.
Haven't seen the neighborhood this friendly since Charity moved away.
Charity is depicted as an old mare back when she was creating the revival. No doubt that went on for some time to become established as a tradition which grown adults now recall attending as children. All this is to say, moving away is equestrian code for passing away. Yes, them too.
The Midsummer Theater Revival was something that meant so much to me, and it seems it means quite a lot to all of you as well.
Which is why we spent the entire episode establishing how little every pony cared, and that we were better off putting on a half-baked show.
To be honest, we had much bigger plans to start.
Moral of the story, manage your expectations, and hope no pony asks if you have a street activity permit. 2 episodes in a row with unique credit music? It's a conspiracy years in the making just to mock CinemaSins viewers, I tell you.
Something's gotta be better than nothing, right? Twice as many ponies as all of Ponyville.